Welcome back to Space Engineers, and this is Lost in Space Salvage Survival, and we're back. And as you can see, we definitely did some changes last episode, and so we're converting this over to a mobile base because we added the new rule that we're going to have mobile bases as the only bases for the rest of the series. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Food is a scarcity issue right now. Hey, thanks for joining us. So, yeah, had some time, so I thought I'd shoot out a little stream in the daytime stuff. Usually I do these a little later. We do have that distress beacon, but I'm pretty sure there's not going to be food there, but there might be some crisps. So let's go ahead and take a look at our, ice situation, because that is getting dire. Yep. Hopefully we can get some daylight soon, because I really don't want to have to drive in the dark. So let's go ahead and get started with a little bit of, well, you know what we're going to do. First of all, I definitely think that we're going to need some sort of ramping to get up top. I think that it's silly not to have a ramp of some kind. Or actually, you know what we might do? That actually might not be a bad spot to put it too. I was thinking we might want a ladder down somewhere over here. I don't know. Maybe up here, maybe? I don't know. Let's go ahead and we're gonna grind this down. I'm thinking we're gonna want laddering to come down. So let's take a look and see what looks like a good place to do a ladder. I think, well, we're gonna definitely work on some of this stuff here for sure. Well, actually, you know, this actually is a good spot. I hate to say it, but this might be a good spot to run a ladder down. I mean, it's kind of cliche to say, oh yeah, let's just go ahead and put it where we had the ladder, but you know what? Why not? You know? I mean, it works. It does provide some support. We could do, yeah, there's a lot of good options here for this. I like this. Okay. Oh, but if we do this, then we got to figure out, okay, how are we going to... I keep thinking about sealing it for atmosphere. I don't know why I keep thinking about sealing for atmosphere. I'm always thinking about that. But I think that we might be better served using this as our ladder location. And actually, I think we're going to go like this. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go with a ramp for now. You might think, well, how is she going to do a ramp when she's got this in the way? Well, you know what? We need to move that. That's just all there is to it. That's going to have to come up here somewhere. So, that being the case, where are we going to put a H2O2 gen? Okay, so I went ahead and added a conveyoring line, and I added our construction stuff back here, because I feel like we want to have that back here. Wow, this stuff is shiny. Good gravy. I'm thinking we definitely want to have the manufacturing on the back end. I'm thinking we're going to want the food up top, of course, but we're going to want, and we're going to want our turbines up front, and we're going to want a perimeter of weapon systems. But the forward section here is going to be living, you know, the living quarters and things like that. So I'm thinking maybe put the H2O2 gen on the side, like right here. Yeah, that would work, actually. Because we're going to go too high. But on the other hand, you know, well, I really like the lab. I really like the lab look of that, so we'll go with the lab look. So let's go with that right now. Alright, we'll do the green. I like the green. We'll put, I know what we'll do. We'll set this up with passages on either side of this cargo container. And then here's where we'll put the hydrogen engine, the hydrogen engine. The H2O2 generator, and we'll slap it right on here. And that would actually go really well. And we do have this walkway here, though, too. But I'm thinking right along here, and then we could have this be like railing walking. And then on this side can be where we put like our wall and stuff. And so here's where we can put this. And we can always move it later, guys, because odds are it's not going to get damaged in the process. So let's go ahead and get it in there. Now, I'm of the mind to think that we want to have it set up so, as much as I like the concept of the one for labs, it's not really feasible right at this second, I don't think, unless we go too high. If we go a couple high, we could probably pull it off. But I think for now, I think this is our best bet. So let's go with this. We'll slap that on there. We're going to jump down here. Bam! Okay, so now that we've done that, let's go ahead and because that doesn't sound ominous. Okay, now we have our ramp up, so now we know we can get around and do stuff. We'll set the H2O2 gen up here. Alright, good to go. Now, I wish we had, like, an air tank. I really do. Like, seriously, wish we had an air tank, but we don't. But we could probably make one with the, I definitely think that we could make one using the assembler. Because the basic assembler, I think, does give that option. So we've gone ahead and established that. Let's go ahead and we got, let's see, 2 more pipes, which we've managed to lock down on that. So let's see here. Alright, we got materials for this, so let's go ahead and jump over here. I want to jump on there. Get the tire in place. Can we get under here? Nope, not quite. Alright. Well, I get a little further along. We still need some more metal pipes to get these things set up, but that's okay, because we'll find them. We'll get them. Let's see here. Come on, daytime. I'm like, where's the daytime? I need the daytime. Why? Because I want to be able to get stuff going here. Let's see here. I don't think we got any materials in there yet. Yeah, not yet. Okay, cool. Get this done. And so far, while I've been here doing this, we've had... Now, one thing somebody said is that if you lay down in a bed, you don't lose hunger. I also don't know if I took away the penalty. I sure hope I did. If you die and your hunger gets reduced. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this in place. Because the way I figure it, we'll get this loaded up. And then we can order a few things off of this. Uh-huh. Alright. And then... let's see here. We're going to get the reactor up there too, but we got to figure out where we're going to put it. All the challenges of life. Where to put stuff, what to do with stuff, where's it all going to go? What do we got in here? Anything? Looks like some steel plates, and then we'll... and then inventory's full. Okay. So up we go. Let's go ahead and get in here and get these things built up so we have the ability to manufacture tools and things that we need. Now, I hesitate to try to... I don't want to leave a hatch, you know, I want to leave an access to this large container, but I just don't see it happening, which is why I put this terminal cargo block here. I thought maybe that would give us an access, maybe? I don't know. We'll see. So for now, we're going to work with what we got. Yeah, I'm hungry. Let's see here. Do I have any food available? I don't think I do. I do! Yes, we have kelp crisps. Excellent. Alright, let's go get the rest of this done here. Alright, so this is all in play. So we're going to go ahead and drop that in there. Oh, you want to drop that into the basic assembler. Okay. Now let's see here. Do we have anything in here that we do need to drop in that basic assembler also? No, we do not. However, we do have some grids. And we've got some of those, got some of those. Okay. Let's go get this thing assembled. We're gonna need some pipes on this one. See, the nice thing about this is, as we get this in place, we can run a conveyor line up, and we can actually link it into, you know, some of these other ones, and then slap some stuff above too. Like this, for example, we'll get some iron up there. Let's see, do we have any iron in here we can go ahead and use? We do not. So this is going to have to be using this, and we'll need to grind down some other stuff. We do need to reconfigure all of this conveyoring, though. We really need to. So, but yeah, we also need to get some ice, but that's, you know, neither here nor there. Alright, so we've got, since we have the cargo container up here, we can pretty much put all of our supplies up in here. Now, I've already walked around and I've already given... Oops, I want those crisps. Don't you get away from me, you crisps. There we go. Alright, make sure we got a weapon. Yeah, we got our machine gun ready. Just in case, you never know. Things can get dicey. I was thinking this might be a really good location to drop the ladder down, because we could work in some sort of air thing, but then I got to thinking maybe we don't want to be next to the wheels as much. So this could be probably our location right here to drop it. So I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then that... Oh wait, no, we don't want that there because we have... Well, first of all, we got to change the color of this to match the color of the rest of the hull. So we're not looking all mismatchy. Oh, we're out of steel plates. Okay, well, never mind then. We'll have to fix it later. Okay, let's go down and do some grinding. I don't want to mess with those quite yet. Well, aren't you mildly annoying? I always forget you can't attach stuff to that side of the beacon. Alright, take care of that. Yeah. These gats are gonna have to be adjusted. Everything's gotta be adjusted. That's the thing. Alright, so now we're gonna have a battery on this side. So I'm thinking this side we should have the reactor. You know, total central power situation. Where is our power? And what color do we have that? I think that's like a yellow, isn't it? Yeah, actually, you know what we're gonna do? Excuse me. Yeah, it's yellow. It's a yellow hazard stripe, so that's gonna work out really well. Alright, let's see here. I am going to... We're gonna go up. We're gonna get that in... Okay, I'm gonna, like, dance around it like crazy, because that's what we do. Let's get this thing set up here. We are gonna do... Small warfare reactor. Bam, just like that. Okay, I'm just curious about something here. There are 6 reactor components in there. And we got 44 uranium. That's nice. Okay, cool. Now I know for a fact it's gonna suck up all the reactor when it does. I know, it's gonna suck it all up. And that's just how it is. I get it. But, you know, one of the things I want to do, though, is I really want to get the materials for a reactor to put on the aardvark. Because I feel like the aardvark, we've done a lot with it, and I want to see if does it have, like, because I want to make that into a flyer. I mean, it's been a really cool off-road vehicle conversion off of the starter rover that came with the crash, but I think it's kind of time to maybe do something different with it. Not to mention the fact that I think it's time to change the survival kit and get it up there to where we need to go up there. So that being said, I definitely would like to do something about this. I'm gonna put that in there, and I want to, first of all, we're gonna get the color scheme, and then we're going to put a warfare reactor right here. And we need grid, metal tube, computer. Alright. Now, do we have anything in here that's gonna be like a metal tube? Nope. And what do we got in here that's like a little metal tube? Well, we do have the toilet. I really don't want to lose the toilet. Let's see. Okay, this is gonna be mad. I got this thing where I feel like we need to have, like, facilities. Do all of them require... Okay, alright. So this is what we're gonna have to do, guys. I'm sorry. But we need that for the construction of our thing here. So, it needs 1 steel tube. So, you know what that means, guys. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I saw it, and that is... back over here in the corner. We're gonna have to put a camouflage toilet for us to sit on. So, yep, that's right. We're doing that. We're doing the camouflage toilet right there. So, yep, here we go. We're sitting, we're taking care of some stuff, and we've got the entire world watching. Sorry world, you had to see that, but you know, we girls, we have our things we have to do. But here's the nice thing, now that we've got, we just need a metal grid on this and some computer components, and we're golden. So, let's go ahead and, why in the hell are we like that? That's what we're doing. Let's see about grid and computer components. There's our grid right there. We'll take 10 of those, and we'll take 20 of those, and that should set us up for getting that reactor up and running, which will charge our battery. Turn green. There's your yay! Alright, now if we go look at our battery situation, we'll see that we have 6 hours and we have a charge going on our battery, and it is, the output's 138, but the input is 500, so we're gonna be fully charged in 2 hours, which is outstanding. Let's take a look and see what we're sitting at with our new warfare reactor. Let's check out how we're doing. We're gonna need a little bit of uranium, but that's okay, we can get that. And it looks like, let's see, no, it's still dark out. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Okay, so, now the next step. The next step is going to be going through and getting ourselves, we've got plenty of materials to do it, so let's go ahead and get started thinking about what we're going to do. Do we have any metal plates? We do. Outstanding. So let's go ahead and see about getting the rest of this fleshed out as far as, oh, you know what? That would be really cool, actually, to do the entire underside in camouflage. Actually, I kind of like the idea of doing a camouflaged kind of mobile base, you know, just because, I mean, come on, like, you gotta admit, we're in the woods, we might as well make it camouflaged, make it hard for them space pirates to find us. So I'm kind of leaning towards maybe doing some camouflage stuff, you know, like maybe paint this whole thing camouflage. So we're gonna go ahead and leave all these new blocks camouflage, and then we can decide what we're gonna do when we do it. How about that? Alright, so we got that row in place. Now let's go ahead and get the small one. Where is it at? There it is. Alright, so we're gonna do now, here's the thing, guys. I'm thinking about, what about out here? You know, what kind of nose are we doing? What kind of situation are we going to try to set up here? I mean, that is a valid, legit question we need to figure out, and I'm kind of leaning towards, I'm going to do a little square situation there, and then I'm leaning towards thinking we should do some sort of angled up kind of get up here. That's what I'm thinking. But I don't know yet, because, you know, we kind of got to figure it out. We got to get that wrapped around there, and that's going to take some working. So, you know, I do want to get some lighting going on below, only because I don't want there to be any kind of, like, sneaky stuff. So we're going to do this, and we're going to do that. Alright, now let's go ahead and get this in here. Okay, so I do want to get the turbines, at least one, if not two turbines up. I generally prefer two, so I can get the double whammy of energy. And I'm kind of feeling that they should be back here, honestly. I like the idea of them being lined up onto one of the posts for the wheels. I like it being in the back just because that is where our primary stuff is. So I think it might be a good idea to get them up there and get them separated. And stuff like that. I mean, I'm not expecting a huge thing. Okay, now we got... Yeah, they're going to start shooting here in a minute. Yep. I knew it. I knew they were going to shoot. You know why I knew they were going to shoot? Because the pause was a spawn. Oh, I heard that. I heard that. Where is it? Where's the dead dog? It's out here somewhere. I've seen it. It was close enough they could hear it. Why can't I ever find these bloody wolves and I don't even see the other animals? God, I want the meat. I want more than algae, guys.
Low.
Yep, I know. Yeah, see, we still need more tubes. I really thought we had more tubes. I really did. I feel like they're holding out on us here. Okay, where in the heck? Alright, that one's up. We need comps on that. Comps on that. Okay. Ow. Alright, let's take a look at our ice situation here. We're still doing not too bad. We're at 182. That's alright. Let's go ahead and eat a crisp. We need some crisps. Munchy, munchy, munchy. Chompy, chompy, chompy. Tasty, tasty, tasty. Alright. Okay. How did I misfigured it and it's driving me crazy. You know what? I think we're gonna tear this thing down and get its stuff so that we can be able to work on this other. Much as I hate to do that, I think it's what we gotta do. I think what I'm gonna put here is gonna be a, you know what? I think we're gonna run a conveyor line this way that's going to connect with up here. Oh wait, that's the merge block. Crap. I didn't think about the merge block being there, guys. Yow! Not liking that at all. That's not making me very happy, but that's okay, because you know what? We got to come up with another plan. Okay, so we're going to dig that thing out of there, that battery. We're going to bring it up. It's going to merge up here. Now the question is, where are we going to merge it to? Because I need that to be a conveyor location. So if that's got to be a conveying location, we can't very well be using that now, can we? So yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so that's going to be a conveyor location, because we're going to run that out to here, because we're going to put, I want to, first of all, I think, Yeah, we're gonna make this a really... Yeah. We're gonna put... I want to put this... I have to put an industrial cockpit on this thing. Because here's the thing. If I don't put an industrial cockpit on this thing, it's not gonna work right, because we need to be able to see what we're doing as far as the grinders. That's right, everybody. This thing is gonna have grinders on it. So we need to get... we're gonna go with heavy armor on the front, because we're on a forest planet, and you know, if you're on a forest planet, you're gonna need some like hardcore protection, because you gotta bulldoze your way through everything, you see? Alright, let's get downstairs here. Alright, Alright, so yeah, this is gonna be difficult, but we're gonna do it. Hungry. Where are my not so yummy kelp crisps? Okay. Now, it seems kind of a blunt front, but we gotta have to have it a blunt front because of the fact that we're gonna have those cutting tools in front, which will actually work out kind of handy when we're trying to deal with stuff, you know. So there we go. That's going to be in place right there, and then we just need to run our conveying line out to here. Let's see. So we're going to go with, we'll go with the reinforced conveyor. 1, 2. What in the hell? Oh, because of you. You're my problem child. Okay. Alright, that's going to go there because that's going to be what you're going to be dealing with. And then we're going to go back up here and we're going to go 1, 2, and now we're right into your domain there. So we're going to take your ammo away. And then what we're going to do is right along this seam here, we're going to put a conveyor line over here, and we'll put a turret on either side. So right here we'll have a turret in place. So maybe I'll put a I'll put this right there. I like the idea of and I'm gonna put we'll do the what I'll do is, let's see here, we're gonna do the curve of the location, we'll do it right there. So what I'm thinking is that's where we're gonna put our GATs. And we'll do cargo containers there with access points so that we can be able to do that. And we're going to put a conveyor there. Conveyor there. And then we'll put a conveyor here. And if we really want to armor ourselves up, we can always put an assault cannon or maybe a main gun up on top here. If we really wanted to be like really bad, we could, but at least this will give us some firepower capabilities. I mean, I know it's kind of blocky to set this up this way, and I know it's not really, it's like kind of boring that way, but it's okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to incorporate some other things in some different spots. Right now we're just trying to get basic infrastructure in place, and we can change it too, of course. Okay. And a matter of fact, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I kind of want to have a setup where we have conveyor junction. We're gonna put it on the other side over there. We'll do some more of these deals here, but for now we'll set up a conveyor junction here because I want to be able to link that those things into what's going on here. Alright, so as far as this is concerned down here, we're gonna shred it. I think we're gonna go through and we're gonna completely shred that and bring it into this. But for now, we're gonna keep it where it's at because we need it for these other things. So let's see here. We're gonna take this off of there. Now I want to so what we need to do too, besides all of that, is I need to maintain a connection with the bottom here. And that is where this is. I don't want to lose them into two separate grids when I start shredding stuff, you see? Okay. Alright, let's get that in place. Now the cool thing is about doing those with the metal, with the armor blocks, we can go ahead and we can build those. We just can't build a whole lot of things involving steel tubes. Oh wait, before we start doing that, we need to start thinking about getting these things done. And we're gonna definitely going to need some hydrogen for this.
Fuel low. Fuel critical.
Yep, I know. Let's go ahead and, oh crap, we're all out of crisps. Well, that's not good, guys. Alright, anything else needs small steel tubes? These are just large steel tubes which we can take from the wheels. And we can get a bunch from the beacon too, which incidentally does mean that it'll be hard to find our thing here, which is why I've been really hesitant about pulling this beacon, because it's got 20 steel tubes, but if we lose it, we lose the location of our base, and that's kind of not okay. But I've been trying to hold out for sunshine, honestly, because I kind of want to, you know, do the sunshine thing and go out and, because I'm pretty sure there's a lake of some kind out there, but unfortunately it's not cooperating too well, so yeah, we're running out of steel tubes. Now I think what I'll do is I'll put the GATs on this end, and then I have 31 rounds for a small weapon, and I figure I can put a like a light armor block over here. We need steel plating, but get a light armor block set up, and then that'll allow us to put a small weapon here that we can take care of, you know, stuff with. Interesting. Alright. I can't resist. I can't resist him doing this. Just a little bit agreeable, just a little bit. Couldn't resist, sorry guys, but sometimes you just can't resist these things. Alright, let's go ahead and get a heavy armor half block in place. And then this will reinforce what we've got going on here. Okay, that's one. We are armed in case, you know, some wildlife gets a little bit feisty. Alright, got that in place. Let's see here. That's the other thing we need to have. We're gonna you use large grid, freaking large tubes. I mean, so freaking much, man. It's not even funny, honestly. All right, so let's see here. All right, we've got yeah, we got a few things we got to do here for sure. The trickiest part about this is going to be getting that battery up here, honestly. That's going to be the trickiest part, but I think I have an idea. What if we put the merge block here, and we raised it up, and we put a merge block on the bottom? If we put a merge block right here, in theory, we should be coming up past it, and then bam, it'll lock in place and we'll be good to go. So let's give it a shot. I'm gonna put it here. Let's see. But what I won't do is I won't finalize the build. Oh, we're gonna need large steel tubes for that too. Man, how many large steel tubes are we gonna need? This is insane, guys. Like, I'm gonna need to tear a wheel off just to put this battery in. Okay, where is it? God, you guys just... Seriously? Can we avoid... Oh, look, daylight. Ooh. Okay, we got daylight. Alright, guys. Since there's daylight involved, let's cease our operations with this. We'll drop our materials in here, and let's go see about getting some ice. I think that'd be good. I am going to run over here and see if there's any... Yeah, we don't have enough algae for food, so that's not good. Alright. Alright, let's go get some ice. I do miss this. but I'm pretty sure I saw ice out here somewhere. I thought I saw a lake. Aha! Now that is something we're taking back here, and we're gonna cook this up right now, and we're gonna get some food. I'm not even gonna go in the front, guys. I'm going right back here. I'm dropping this raw meat in here, and we're gonna do this. Oh, this is great. This is great. 18% still, you know, I'll take it, because that's more than what we had to start with, so yeah, we're good. Alright, cool. Now let's go back out to the aardvark and get ourselves set up with... Oh, look, we got another one. Oh no, that's the same one. I got excited, I thought, oh, we got another one? Alright, let's get back out here. And let's head out and see about, that lake that I saw. I swear I saw a lake out here somewhere. Gotta not go too fast. I thought I saw one. We went way out here looking for stuff. And I swear there was a lake out here somewhere. Oh, you know what we could do? We could go to that salvage location and snatch up some pipes there. Then we wouldn't need to tear up our aardvark. Although I'm not sure how we're gonna... I suppose if we put a put like some sort of AI block on there that makes it follow, I guess it could work. Or we could have some sort of crane attachment that snatches it up. I don't know. A lot of magnesium and stuff. We're gonna need, I think we're gonna need large pipes to get the grinders up anyway. See, look, it clears out right here. And there it is, a lake. Oh yeah. And of course, because we don't have a water mod, it is frozen water. We're in the shallows, so I'm probably gonna hit dirt soon. No? Guess not. Nice. Oh, this is really good.
Inventory full. I figure we'll get a lot of this ice, guys, and we'll load up on ice a lot. if we load up on ice, we won't need to get a lot. We don't need it for our oxygen capabilities, so it's just really nice for our hydrogen. And of course, once we start growing things, it's going to be really good for growing things. All right, this is good. This is really good. I'm really liking the fact we got this big old lake right here. So once we build this, planetary vehicle thing, this mobile base, then I think what we'll end up doing is we'll need to build a couple of things. We'll need to build, obviously, grinders on the front to cut the trees out of our way. It's a shame we can't incorporate the wood somehow. And then we also want to build a drill, so we don't have to worry about hand binding things. Okay. Well, wow. Okay. We got full load, guys. That's really good. That's really good. Oh, I got grids there. Didn't realize I had grids. All right. I think one more trip down ought to do it. Wow, so you get 4 meat every time you kill one of those wolves. I haven't seen any of the other animals though. I did include an Earth-like animal mod, which in theory should allow us to have other types of animals. However, that would also mean that we would have to run into them because only the wolves are hostile, which means only the wolves are the ones that are going to show up, so... wolf meat. That's good. Alright. Well, we don't have any room for anything else, so we're taking the ice back. Wow, that was nice. I knew I saw a lake when we were out here getting the supply cache. I thought for sure I saw a lake out here. Back to Pinewood Station. I'm looking for anything with like little berries on it. No. You can find fruits and vegetables on Earth-like planets. I don't think this one has any, but it might. It's hard to say. I haven't seen any yet though. Alright, we're coming up on base. So I think what we'll need to do is we need to get large steel tubes. I mean, that's really our big thing we gotta get. We need to find some more, or we need to salvage them from the aardvark, one of the two. I really don't want to screw with the aardvark too much, honestly, guys. It's just such a handy little thing to drive around in, you know? Alright. So let's go ahead and grab ice. Okay.
Okay, cool. Now let's see here. I don't know. I'm going to need nickel and probably silicone to build the other things. So to build an air tank, which would be really useful. So I guess we're going to skip that for now. So we need to get the turbine back here. And we need some steel plates to do all this fun stuff, so... Okay, so let's go ahead and get that welded up for starters. You definitely need that welded up. And then, let's see here. We'll go over here and see, do we need anything? Nope, that needs large steel tubes. Is that anything? Nope, just large steel tubes. Alright. I think the only thing we're missing is large steel tubes, honestly, so... I'm gonna go ahead and set up right here. And let's get our, 1, 2, and 3. Let's see here, that's, 4. Okay. 1 there. And is that the matching one on that side? No. No. What we want is... right there. Boom. And we're going to go same height on this side as we did on that side. We're going to go 4 square high. And we're going to drop it because we are that coordinated today. And we slapped that on there, but we need interior plate for that, so we're going to get that over here. Okay, we're gonna get this, Alright, so now we're gonna run over here. Fuel low. Why? Because we're going in here. Okay, we do need to get the cockpit set up on the other end. Ideally, we can get a conveying line running from the H2O2 gen to there, and then we need to get ammo lines at least down to the ammo bins, at least, for the GATs. So crossing it over to here isn't as big a deal as it is to get it over there. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this up here. We'll change this, of course, once we get it in place. And the height of this will actually provide more clearance, so it should move a lot faster and generate a lot more power. And over here we're going to try to set up a second one if we can.
Okay, so let's see here how we want to do this, because I think the H2O2 gen actually should go right here. And I keep thinking this because here's what we can do. We can set this down so that it angles down to form. We can still use the thing I like most about it and still be able to have it. And that's the to do it with the lab option, which I think is, I don't know why, but it just seems really cool to me. I think it's one of Keen's best adjustments, was to make that deal on it. I think it's kind of cool. So I'm sorry, but guys, it's like an essential thing for me. All right, let's grab most of that and get this all set up. Yep. I know. Full. Blah blah blah. All right. Man, tough crowd. All right, so yeah, okay. We'll drop the giant rock there. No problem. No problem. We'll take the not so giant rock over here, and then we'll run this over here like so. Oh yeah, we're okay. Yep. As much as I like it, guys, I also like our large steel tubes. So, it's not gonna happen today, sadly, but that's okay. But what I can do is I can rotate this so it's like that, and allows for more options for the for putting things in there and whatnot and so on. I know. And then that goes, go and grab that. That goes there. Alright, you need small steel tubes. Everybody needs the small steel tubes. Alright, fine. Alright. Okay, where are more small steel tubes down here? I'm not seeing any other small steel tubes. Yeah. Oh no, man! We don't have enough small steel tubes to do what we want to do. Nuts. Well, actually, you know what we could do?
Fuel low.
I know. Fuel is always low with you, sweet lady. You know, if we're gonna put a crane down here, or a piston rather, we're gonna pull that up and we're gonna do the merge block on the bottom. That means we're gonna need a merge block on the bottom of that battery. We'll need to bring it up exactly where it needs to go. We'll set the merge box in place. Yeah. And that means technically we don't need this right here. And that means that this is there, and this can be, because that's like that, we could put this. So if we do a conveyor deal here, that means we can move the foodstuffs to the roof up top, put it there, there, and there, That'll give us get these 3 things in place. And that should allow us to be able to use the things below. Use all those things in place there. And then, where are we going to put you? We put you right here. Yep. Okay, cool. We got a plan, guys. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put the food prep here. And then, let's go ahead and see about grabbing some stuff. Okay. Okay. So this hooks us into the conveying system that's directly overhead for this, okay? We'll move the food stuff to the side once we have the materials for it, but for right now, this is kind of what we gotta do. And right here is where we can put the survival kit. We can actually probably face these both at each other, and it would be okay. Because if we rotated it, we could, but I'm just saying. Now we can come over here, do this. Okay, and then we run over here. Get that. Okay, we locked that in place. And now we just need some other components. A few other things. Let's see here. Let's get in here. We need, okay, we're gonna need 100 of those, 100 of those, 100 of that. Let's see. I'm trying to see what else oh yeah, we need some of these. Alright, cool. Let's see if we can get the... Alright, now we got the cockpit in place. And you know what this means, ladies and gentlemen? It means we can get our hydrogen from the actual big place. And see, I like this idea because it's more industrial, because we're going to be doing some tree clearing. I mean, we're going to be plowing through this forest, just shutting them all down. So we've got to get a lot of materials to get those blades in place. In the meantime, while we're waiting to get the materials for the blades in place, we should be able to knock a few of them down if we've got enough of a bar in front. So, that's definitely a thing we need to do. I'm going to get the survival kit right here. Get that locked in place right here, and that way... Do we have medical components? I wonder if we have medical components. I don't think we do. But let's see. Because if we have medical components, we can actually fit two separate things. Oh, no. I was just going to say, we don't have... Oh, wait. Well, first let's check for medical components. We do not. No, but wait a minute. Where'd that wolf go? Where'd you shoot it? I want to... Where the hell are you shooting it at, man? Ugh. You know, I wanted to get the wolf for food, but these guys, they got better plans, I guess. Okay, let's look and see. We got some more girders in here. We do. Outstanding. We can get some more power. Alright, we should have 2 of these turbines up and running in no time. Alright, so this is going to set us up with double power generation. We don't really need the reactor, but we'll keep it on hand just in case. You never know. And steel tubes for that, but I'm not too worried about that, being as how, you know. No, we don't have any tubes in there. Alright, let's go over here.
Alright. So let's see here. If we get this over here, we can set up at least one turret on over on this side here. So we're going to do that. Wow. We really need to get some munitions, man. I mean, we really do. Let's face it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this out of here. Oh wait, before we do that, I want to do the same color scheme as those are, and then we're going to get those set up. So that's going to be really good. Really? Did that literally just fall to the ground? Wow. Huh. Didn't see that coming. Alright, let's go ahead and get one on here. Okay, oh, we're running low on hunger here. Go ahead and get a little bit more of that in place. Alright, get that one locked in place. Now when I bring up that I should have left that battery up on top. If I would have known I was going to be doing this, I would have left the battery where it was at and it wouldn't have been an issue. But, you know, sometimes you don't think of the idea until the idea thinks of you. Alright, so let's go ahead and see what we got here. Let's get this, let's see. Get this one in place. And we'll get this GAT up and running here. And let's go ahead and throw 2 rounds in this. I mean, it's not a lot, but it's what we got to work with. Alright, so those are all set. I think it's coming together nicely, guys. Let's go ahead and drop some of those in there. Need some crisps too. And now, ooh, ow, we can go in here and do this. Now we can do this, and we don't have to worry about going all the way down below. If we don't want to, that is. Alright, so down here.
Alright, so that's good news. Let's see here. Do I have enough to go? No, I do not. So we're going to go ahead and switch to half block right here. Kind of piecemealy, but you know what? We'll live. We will. Alright. Okay, so we basically now this could be misconstrued as an open invitation to the beasties, but I'm not interested in construing anything for those guys. Alright, so that's going the way that is. That's going there to that. Alright, so we really don't have much else we can do here. Alright, so we've basically ground down all of that. Alright. So we pretty much handled all of it now. Now it's just a matter of getting the rest of it done here. Okay, we're gonna get these welded up next. Alright. Okay. Get this baseline welded here. Get this baseline welded here. And this takes care of all our steel plates. Wow. So we're gonna get this rounded out here, I think. Let's do a an angle block here, and this one here we'll do an angle block as well. Whoops. Okay.
Low.
Yep, I figured.
Fuel critical.
I know, suit lady. My fuel is always critical. Just like I'm always critical. Alright. That's in place there. Okay, so that pretty much covers it right there. So, I'm gonna go ahead and eat that. We got a toilet out in the middle of nowhere. We got no beds or nothing like that, so it's all good. Alright, so we have gotten it for the most part taken care of. We do have a few things we need to do. In the form of moving the beacon up, we do need to get the battery pulled up, and which technically we really don't actually need to 100% have to do. And we need to get this base pulled away, and then we'll be good to go. We'll just drop it down at that point, and we'll be good. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get in here, and we're going to call this an episode. Next episode, it's going to be going to the salvage. We were going to do that before, but we're going to do it this time because we need parts to get our base mobile. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me again on Lost in Space, and it's been awesome. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye.